Good evening, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the Central YouTube channel as we're here for another Central football interview. So we had two tonight. I know we were a little late this week getting them, so I'm trying to make it up to all our viewers by getting two of them in tonight. We heard recently from Jude Alvarado from the offensive perspective and the special teams perspective from Jude Alvarado. Now we get a chance to hear from the defensive side of the ball, and I'm here with Mike Eber, defensive end for the RiverHawks. Mike, thanks for joining us tonight on the Central YouTube channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Really excited.
Mike, you had an awesome game against Reedsburg, 2.5 sacks, really got after the quarterback. What was the key to being able to get after the quarterback that much for you last Friday night?
I honestly think it started with our push up front on those first and second downs, where we didn't allow them to get into short yardage situations on third down. And then on those third downs, when our five techs could get a rush on the passer, we had our corners and our DBs and our linebackers were playing really good coverage. And I'd honestly say some of those sacks were coverage sacks, because one of the plays I kind of got beat, and then I came back around. The QB was trying to scramble, couldn't find anything, and then I ended up taking him down for the sack. But that's really on our DBs, and they really had a great game overall.
Yeah, definitely about pursuit, though. You never give up on the play because you never know when you're going to be back in. Even though you were beat early, you can always come back and make a play, a big play during the game. So let's talk a little bit about your teammates on that defensive side of the ball. They've been playing outstanding. Of course, had the shutout early in the season. Last week, shutout, I guess. Zach was telling me that should count as a shutout because the defense wasn't scored on. I don't know how you feel about that. What's been the key? I know you talked about the cornerbacks, and the cornerbacks have been tested and have withstood pretty well, I think. Leo Orlikowski playing real well out there. Dane Axon stepped in, played well. And so I think that's a key. What else has been a key for that? You're kind of touching on it a little bit, but I want to talk about that defensive line. Do you think that defensive line that you're a part of has been really the key for this whole defense?
I think that a lot of teams struggle with our D-line because you got two guys in the middle like Cooper and T, and they're huge dudes. They get a great push on the centers and guards, and they really have a hard time running it up the middle. And then if you're trying to get around the outside, we have me, Luke Hansen, and Caden. We're guys that we can beat you with our speed, but we can also get in there with our strength and kind of push guys around a little bit. And I think it makes it really hard on teams who are trying to, get the run game going.
Yeah, those anchors on that defensive line, definitely a big part of that defense. And as you mentioned, that secondary doing well also. So we got Onalaska coming up on Friday. Big game, of course, we've all circled on our calendar when the schedule came out. High-powered offense, good coaching, strong history, made a deep run last year in the playoffs. What can we expect Friday night?
Yeah, Anna's a great team. They've got great coaching. They're going to be sound on offense and defense. We know they're going to come out in maybe a few sets we haven't seen this year, stuff we're not ready for. They're going to try to switch it up a little bit, but honestly, we just got to come out and play our game, and we got to get a push up front. That's where it starts. And then in the coverage, they've got a great QB in Skifton, and they've got some great receivers on the outside. So as me and Caden as the edges, we got to make sure that Skifton doesn't have enough time to get comfortable in the pocket, and we got to collapse that on him so he can't make the easy throws, because he will hit those throws. He's a really good QB. He might play college, but and then our DBs and secondary, these are guys who are inexperienced, but they've came in and they played great this year. They haven't let up any big plays, really, not much of anything going on in the secondary. So I think those guys will step up, and I think they'll be able to hold down back there.
Yeah, I hope you're right. And you mentioned earlier the speed on that defensive side of the ball, going to have to really utilize that when you're facing a quarterback like Skifton. So we'll see what happens on Friday. I got a question about preparation for during the week. So you got Reedsburg last week. Obviously, you want to win the game. Okay, it's an important NVC game and da-da-da-da. It's different with Onalaska. Onalaska is our rival. It's become a pretty intense rivalry pretty much in every sport. We saw that with the volleyball team, their opener, almost a packed house at Central for the volleyball game because it was Onalaska. And I was telling Joel's new to the area, I was telling Joel, it really wouldn't matter what sport we were playing them in. If it's Central versus Onalaska, people are going to watch. How is that being on a team preparing to play against Onalaska? Is the preparation different this week than it was last week playing a team like Reedsburg?
Honestly, I think it's not the preparation that's really different. I think it's kind of the mentality that we have as a team. We know that Anna is a great team. They're coached really well. They've been good for a lot of years. And we know that they want to come out and they want to, shove it down our throat. They want to punch us in the face first. But we know that we got to come out and play our best game. And we may get punched in the face, but we know that we need to get right back up and we need to give it right back to them because they're a great team. And this game could really go either way. But we think if we come out and play our game, we have a really good shot at winning.
Awesome. And you mentioned resiliency, being able to bounce back if things don't go your way early. That's going to be a key for both teams. We'll see who can withstand. I think it's going to be a high scoring game myself. We'll see who can withstand the pressure and kind of not blink first. Are you excited to finally be playing a home game? We've been on the road the last couple of weeks, finally get back to UWL and get a home game.
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm tired of those long drives. It's going to be nice to play in a home game with a packed studio. Hopefully the crowd gets loud out there. We can get some good energy going.
And what's our theme for the student section?
Blackout.
Blackout. Everybody got that? It's blackout for Friday night. Make sure you're there. I would get there early. It's going to be hectic there. Big night celebrating Coach Anderson's 50 years of coaching football, former Central coach, now coaching at UWL. So there'll be a lot of celebration for that, as well as a big rivalry game. Mike, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little nervous. I won't lie to you. I hope you're not as nervous as I am. I'm a little nervous. I want to win this game. I want to see you guys play well. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for joining us on the YouTube channel and giving us a little glimpse, a little background information on what the RiverHawks are getting ready to do for Friday night.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Go Birds.
That's right. Go Birds. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Reminder, tomorrow night we are at Holman, taking the show on the road. Joel and I will be calling the varsity volleyball game at Holman. We can't get there in time to get the VR game up on the stream, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Joel won't want me saying that. But we're going to get there as soon as we can. As soon as we get there, we'll get it up and going. And then we are calling the varsity game. And then Friday night's a big one, 7:00, UWL. Get to the game, or if you can't get to the game, turn it on the Central YouTube channel. Joel and I will be on the call, and we're happy to bring that game to you. You could watch it from the comfort of your own home if you wanted to. Thanks again for tuning in. Mike, good luck. Go Hawks.
Thank you.